I am, by all accounts, a coffee snob. I love coffee. I very much need coffee, but only if it's good coffee. If it ain't, I'd rather go without. And good coffee, my friend, requires patience and time. My personal favourite is a V60. A slow pour, a few minutes of resting, a steady and intentional pace. You cannot rush it. Well, you can, but you've already seen what happens. The older I get, the more life I live, the more I realise this is true of most aspects of living. They say patience is a virtue, that good things come to those who wait. We even have ancient fables that talk about a slow and steady pace. But today's world, it's a little different, isn't it? It is busy and fast-paced and forever changing at a relentless whoosh. Even if you want to take your time, you cannot always do so. If you do, you get left behind. Time passes you by, as does all those other folks around you. So does slow and steady still win the race? Well, that is the question. And in today's video, we'll explore it. And the conclusion may surprise you a little and reframe much that you've been taught. But all that's to come. First, there's this. Hi, it's me, the same guy, but on the stairs for some reason. I just wanted to create a little bit of anticipation and also break up the pace because, as we've already revealed, this is a fast-paced world and a single ongoing shot won't suffice. You'll be gone in a flash, scrolling on down to the next video. But that would be a crying shame, so I'm going to ask you to do something right now. Don't worry, it won't take long. It's to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so, and to hit the like button if you enjoy what you experience today. It not only helps others find these videos, but will give you a sense of accomplishment as you actively participate in this video instead of just watching it. Go on, give it a go. See how it makes you feel. Okay, back to other me and the other room upstairs. Welcome back. I hope that other guy treated you well. And congratulations, because you've shown some patience to remain here. It's not easy, that is for sure, not with all the options that you have. I'm Turndog, by the way, your guide and companion for today's video. A video that shines a light on slow or steady, and if it's still possible. You know it's a good thing to take your time. Taking your time results in delicious coffee after all. Most meals taste better when left to slowly marinate and cook. Whiskey too. And a good book that builds upon anticipation over many chapters. You know patience is good, and you know taking your time is too. But it's really difficult in today's fast-paced world, and it's only getting harder. But fret not, because there is hope, and it comes in the form of a single word. You know this word well, and this word will serve you well very, very soon. But we first need to change the pace a little because, well, let me explain. Okay, so here's the thing. The world is very different today than it used to be. Yet despite this, we still abide by many of the same rules, sayings, stories, and guides from way back when. And it isn't that the sage advice of yesteryear is no longer applicable, because in most cases it is. Trust me, I'm a firm believer in advice that's lasted the test of time. It has, after all, lasted the test of time for good reason. But it's important we question it and we put it into context, because today is today and way back when is way back then. It's different. And so we need to adapt. So when we think about the ancient fable of the tortoise and the hare, for example, which is more than 2,500 years old, we have to put it into context. The world was vastly different back then than it is today. Today, we are bombarded with stimulating everything. It isn't as easy to slow down and take our time because we're so addicted to all those dopamine spikes. Yet even if we train ourselves to slow down, it doesn't mean the world around us will. Technology, and with the advancement of AI, it's only going to get more intense. We have less time to take our time because we'd quickly get passed by. We've already talked about this in a previous video. I'll link to it in the description below. But work-life balance no longer exists. It used to, but today, nope. The lines have blurred to the point they no longer stand firm. And all this makes it very hard to commit to a slow or steady pace. It isn't that the advice from yesteryear is wrong, and it is not to say patience and taking your time doesn't produce greater results. I think we can all objectively agree that in most cases, taking your time is a very good thing. But it is no longer as applicable, attainable, or advisable in our everyday existence. And this is important when we read old fables or subscribe to ancient philosophers like Marcus, Seneca, et al. Although the Stoics were onto something, more on those cats real soon. Because although their advice is great, you have to relate it to the world we live in today. And that world doesn't exactly promote patience or make it easy to practice. But there is a word that connects a slow or steady pace with today's relentless rat race. And it came to my mind as I read one of those ancient Stoic sayings. More than 2,000 years ago, it's said the Roman Emperor Augustus adopted the motto Festina lente. This translates to make haste slowly. Is it a Stoic saying? Well, it's Stoic-ish, and it is always hard to know exactly where these old adages come from. The point is, when I read make haste slowly, my mind hones in on the word intention. With intention, you keep your focus. You don't necessarily have to be slow or steady. With the right intention, you can pick up your pace. Yet you have to keep your focus. You cannot take your eye off the prize. It isn't about slow or steady. It isn't about pace at all. There are times when you need to take your time, but there are also periods when you cannot. Sometimes you need to go slow. Other times you need to pick up the pace and work up a sweat. Either way, with intention by your side, you keep your focus and remain committed to what's in front of you. If we revisit the coffee pouring from earlier, you can pour a little quicker as long as you have a very intentional focus about what you're doing. Getting the angle right, holding the cup just right, and so on. There are other parts of the process you cannot rush. If you do, it results in a terrible coffee and you need to just be shot into the sun. So stop ruining coffee. Just stop it. But there are parts you can rush. There are certain corners you can sometimes cut. There are periods when you can pick up the pace and it won't result in you losing the race. Patience remains a virtue. Slow and steady remains valuable. Yet, so can working with a little bit of haste. Intention is such a powerful word. In today's world, it holds greater importance than ever before. Because in today's world, there's so much choice and potential. We live in the greatest, most prosperous time in history, and what's to come is only going to give you access to more. This is wonderful, beautiful even. Yet it isn't without issue nor risk. You will be tempted to rush, cut corners and speed through life. Taking it slow or steady won't always feel possible. At times it won't be. Yet at all times you can be intentional about what you do. And with intention, you will keep your focus. You can make haste slowly or not. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button so others on a similar path to you can find it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, because there are many more videos like this one, both that currently exist and are yet to come. And subscribe to the free No Hustle Huddle, a newsletter that may just bring a little intention back into your inbox. Thank you for watching, my friend. It would be great to hear from you, so please share your biggest takeaway in the comments. And until next time, thank you for being you.